A/B testing is a form of hypothesis testing. This is where you want to test whether or not a specific ad or version of your website is better than another. On one hand, you have your base hypothesis or the null hypothesis. This is the set of conditions without making the change. On the other hand, you have the alternative hypothesis. This is the version of the site that's different. And you want to run an experiment. You look at customers who have gone through both, who are identical. They have the same characteristics. And then you look at the outcome, for example, whether or not they buy your product or if they give you their email. And you compare that outcome for both sets of data. This is a randomized controlled trial. Now, what you need is to first determine the parameters. You want to set these parameters before you start collecting the data. Otherwise, you'll run into the risk of fishing for the results that you want to see, or changing the parameters in order to get the result that you want to see. Just like take a piece of paper, write down your parameters, and then put that piece of paper into a vault. And don't look at it again until you've collected your data. The things that you need to decide are how long you want to run the experiment for, because if you don't run it for long enough, you will not collect enough data. This will just result in the random noise of your site causing interfering with the signal. It could be that if you only collect 10 visitors to your website, that it just so happens that 5 of them who go to site A all happen to be people who wanted to buy the product anyways, and the other 5 didn't. And then you need to, of course, have more data or run the experiment for longer, depending on your requirements. And also, how confident do you want to be in your result? If you want to be 99.9% confident that the alternative hypothesis is true, that your ad is better than the null hypothesis, then you need to collect more data. That's because the variance of your estimator decreases as you get a larger sample size. This also depends on your business cycle. How long does it take for a customer to trickle through your product or to use your service? In my case, my business cycle is about 6 months long. That's the full length of time that people use my course, but people are surfing the website every week. They're working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and then studying on the weekend. If I could get 2 weekends of ads, that would be sufficient data for me to make decisions based on how I'm running my marketing. And you can set your threshold to like 90% or 95%. This will be okay in most cases. And then you just look at the outcome variable over time. And you should see, like when you look at the graphs, you should see that there's no crossing of the graphs, that there's a clear difference consistently over the entire duration of your experiment.